Alright, so I need to put its mini... How do I put its mini out? I should just be able to drag it and drop it. It's not working. Okay, let's do this then.
Drink that thing, yes, you did.
I still can't believe you did that.
I've done a lot of dumb things. But I'm thinking this pretty much ranks right up.
Yeah.
Dude, you didn't even use a straw or anything. You went up to his butt and sucked it up.
But why didn't I start with it?
No. But his eyes got cartoon big.
Alright, so it goes to attack you and it misses so badly that it flaps awkwardly past you. And you get to attack it for free. That's how awkward it is. It like trips on itself in the air.
Well, it hasn't done any damage to me, so I can't use hellish you. So I'll do chill. I'll do chill touch and try to make it.
Alright, unfortunately that is not... Wait! You got it! You got exactly what you needed. Alright, so now you're going to do 1d8 necrotic damage.
1d what?
1d8. You do 8 points of damage.
How much points does it have?
21.
It goes to hit you and it like stumbles in the air and it's flapping around like a confused butterfly, and you just whack it with this spell and it goes like, it turns a lighter shade of blue, like it grows pale and it looks shocked and its wings stop moving and it falls to the ground and it looks like it's gasping for air even though you suspect it doesn't breathe. It's not dead, but that hurt a lot. Eris.
Stomp on its head. No, wait.
No. And they're not even in this. They don't know what's going on. They're trying to figure out what. Wizard boy.
Okay, so something got lost.
What's that?
So he's scared of me now, too?
Yeah, he's scared of both of you. Both y'all.
Okay.
Should I try?
Both y'all is scary.
Try your charisma again.
Can I try the charisma again?
Yes, but I'm gonna give you disadvantage because he's really scared at the moment. He's not listening rationally.
Yes. Right? With your charisma's 2.
And
Oh.
All right. You calm Meepo down. He stops trying to get away. He's still scared, but you calmed him down to the point where he doesn't seem to think you want to hurt him. He's no longer aware of Paige because she pulled herself out of his vision. He's looking straight at you. He seems to be like not panicking anymore. And he's like, "If you're not hurt, Meepo, why do you want Meepo? What do you want with Meepo?"
Me help Meepo.
See if Meepo.
Will you help us?
Help? Meepo, help? Help what?
Fine. We're trying to find.
We're trying to find. Is it?
No, we were trying to find the.
Oh yeah, we're trying to find. Have you seen anyone down here?
Okay, yeah, you broke up pretty bad on that one, but I got the gist of it.
Okay.
Meepo looks at you and it's like, Meepo don't know, but Leader does. Maybe Meepo take you to meet Leader. Leader Eustrail, if you make nice, may grant you safe passage. If you promise not hurt Meepo.
Promise not hurt Meepo.
Oh, okay. Maybe if you promise rescue dragon, leader make nice, you answer your questions.
Promise to rescue a dragon?
Yeah, promise.
Rescue. Yeah, you probably should have checked with
He stands up and like dusts himself off, and he's got a big. I mean, it's kind of unsettling. He is a lizard. It's like looking at a crocodile smiling. And he is grinning now, all toothy and whatnot. And he's like, "Oh, they're gonna help Meepo get dragon back! Oh, Meepo's so happy!"
Meepo!
You're in the other room.
So he's like, "Follow Meepo!" And he starts he starts to walk this way on his waddly little like dinosaur legs.
Okay. Is that thing dead?
No, it's not dead.
Okay,
You're
bye.
leaving us. You're leaving us?
All right,
Yeah.
Paige. You hear like you hear this. You hear the tone of what's being said. You can't understand what's being said. Meepo sounds very happy now. All you hear is Meepo this, Meepo that, and then Eris begins to follow him further across the room. I need you to make another perception check. I'll give you advantage this time.
Okay, just a minute.
1. Oh, God. Oh,
Never mind. What would Paige like to do?
I'll try to open another door.
y'all need to quit splitting up. I'm like still trying to save Luth and battle this little bastard, and y'all are like, forget this, we're gonna go somewhere.
Luke is still unconscious, isn't he?
Yeah.
Why is there a blue dot on the character?
Because he's unconscious.
Oh, that's because he was full of water. I guess I can get rid of that now.
I was gonna say, I thought that was because the weird water dude was in his stomach.
He drank it. Well, at least he came out whole.
Can you imagine?
Poor dude.
Luke's gonna wake up and be like, "Ha, that sucked."
Quite literally.
All right, so what are you gonna do, Paige?
Are you gonna hang out with Eris? You gonna talk to Eris? What's going on?
Do I even notice that she's walking away?
He just said you did.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
gonna follow her.
kind of follow at a distance.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and leave your mini where it's at. As they proceed, I will kind of move your mini along with them to kind of show that you're following at a distance. That's going to take us to Norama.
Nora.
But you'll touch it again.
Hang on. Are you there?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try. The best spell I have to seem working on it is the chill touch. So
You're going to try that
let's
again?
kick this little thing's ass.
Okay, now Chill Touch is it's a cantrip. Okay, so you can use that as many times as you want. Groovy. All right, go ahead. Make your attack roll.
Oh shit.
It seems fairly weak. Like it's still trying to recover from the last one, but as it sees the spectral hand start to appear before you, a look of recognition crosses its face, and it scampers out of the way. Like suddenly, it's full of energy again. It's not flying; it scampers across the floor, but it gets out of the way of that one. Luth, make a death save. You now have 2 successes and 2 failures. 1 more failure, you die. 1 more success, you are stable. You will remain unconscious, but you will not have to make any further death saves. And the Mephit is going to launch itself back in the air and try to attack Norama again.
Bring it, you little bastard.
Where did my die roller go? There it is. D20 plus 3. And your armor class is exactly 11. So it is going to deal... what was it? Where'd it go? Where did it go? 1d6 plus 1 slashing damage. 1d6 plus 1. You take 6 points of damage. It has now damaged you.
Hey,
Now I can do the hellish rebuke on it.
Alright, Eris, you continue following Meepo?
Yes.
Alright, so actually it looks like Meepo's changes his mind and he's going to go this way. So you're going to follow him, and Paige is going to follow kind of at a distance. So let me reveal a little bit more of the map here, since you can see a little bit further.
there.
Okay.
Okay, and that will be your turn as well, Paige. You're just kind of following along, cautiously, keeping an eye out, making sure you're not getting ambushed or anything like that, making sure you don't lose Eris and Meepo. Unless there is something specific you would like to do.
What do you want to do? Do you want to ask him? Oh, is that for Paige or for Eris?
For Paige.
Paige. Do you want to just keep following them, or is there something specific you want to do? Shoot.
Just gonna keep
Okay.
Sorry, Bree.
trying to remain as quiet as possible.
Alright. Narama.
We're gonna do hellish rebuke on that little bastard for attacking me.
Okay, so Hellish Rebuke. You point your finger at the creature that damaged you, and it is momentarily surrounded by hellish flames. The creature must make a dex savings throw, so let me do that. Its dexterity is +1. D20 +1. What is your savings throw? What target number has it got to roll? It should say somewhere.
What am I looking for?
Your spell save.
My spell save is 12.
Okay, so it rolled exactly what it needed. So it's not going to take full damage, but I believe, yeah, on a save it takes half damage. So this is a first level spell. How many spell slots do you have at first level?
Spell slots total, I have.
How many you broke out right there at the end?
I have 1.
Okay, so what that means is by casting Hellish Rebuke, it's a first level spell, so it's going to consume one of your first level spell slots. Since you only have the 1, that means this is the only time you can cast this spell before having to take a long rest to get your spell slot back, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you do hit it, and he takes half damage. So he's going to go ahead and roll 2d10 damage, and then he's going to take half of that. So rounding up, we'll call that 8 points of damage. He does the cartoon ice thing again. As the flames surround him, and he actually begins from his extremities inwards to evaporate. Until finally the only thing left are his 2 little eyeballs that pop like little soap bubbles.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was...
Even though it was half damage, it was enough to kill him?
Yep. Yeah, that first chill touch that you did wrecked him. Okay, so he's...
I avenged you, dear.
Alright, so that was your turn. Luth, make your last death save, for better or for worse.
Okay, guys, we find out if Luke can make it.
That is not a d20, Dan. Nice try.
He didn't just make it. He is alive.
Now, actually, here is a good place to introduce a rule we have not been using. It's a good place to familiarize yourself with it. This game has something called inspiration. Anytime you do something cool or memorable, such as drinking a water elemental, you gain. If I choose to give it to you, you gain an inspiration. So if I say gain an inspiration, you will take note that you have an inspiration. You may only have at any one time one inspiration. So if you have an inspiration and I tell you to gain one, you don't get any more. Now, what inspiration can be used for is at any time on any roll you choose, you may spend that point of inspiration and roll with advantage. So if you would like to spend your inspiration, Dan, you can roll, and if you get less than a 10, you can roll again and try to get... The only thing with this is, if you're going to use inspiration, you have got to say, I'm using my inspiration on this roll before you make the first roll.
But I don't have any inspiration.
You all start the game with one inspiration, automatically.
Oh, I'll use one perspiration.
Okay, so make sure on your character sheet that inspiration says 0. So that's a good thing you used inspiration, because that would have killed you. Roll again. You stabilize. So you are no longer having to make death saves. You're still on the ground unconscious, but you no longer have to worry about dying. That inspiration literally saved your bacon. So now you all know. Now you're all comfortable with how inspiration works, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, you all, other than Dan, you all still have one inspiration you can use at any time, and you can earn them back. Now, Dan, this is kind of like earning fate chips in Deadlands, where I go, that was amazing. Here's some bounty, or here's a fate chip. You remember how that worked?
Yeah.
Okay, so same situation here. If you do something cool, or I feel like you earned it, or you made Naomi pee herself from laughing, I'll give you, I'll say, hey, take a fate, or not take a fate, take an inspiration. Just remember, if you already have an inspiration, you cannot have more than one. So, that was Luth's turn. The water elemental is dead. I'm going to remove him. I'm going to keep the initiative tracker up, though, to keep track of the fact that the group is currently split into 2 groups. For those of you new to gaming, normally this is not a good idea. You don't want to...
No, I agree.
There's actually a song called Don't Split the Party. You can look it up if you want. It's pretty cute. But normally splitting the party is a bad thing. But I'm not going to punish you for that, because you didn't know. Now, we will see how this works as we go. For now, Eris, do you continue following Meepo?
Yes.
Okay. So Meepo comes up here and he goes around the corner. And let me do a little more reveal. So you follow
You
Meepo
better be
up.
leaving crumbs or something, otherwise being loose.
Paige, but she's fine.
And Paige, you continue following, correct, Paige?
Yes.
Okay. Narama,
Yes.
the little bastard, is dead.
Woohoo!
And Luth seems to be breathing easier. Though he literally smells like crap.
Well, he just had something crawl its way through him.
Yeah,
so,
he's probably got a little bit of fecal matter in his shorts. But he does not seem to be. He does not seem to be dying anymore. He seems to be stable. If you'd like to take your turn, you can try and wake him up. But you are aware of the fact that Paige and Eris have both disappeared. You have not seen or heard from them in a while.
Can I carry him with me into the next room I know Paige went in that room.
What is your strength?
My strength is 1.
Your strength is 1?
Oh, it's 13. Sorry.
I was going to say, no, you're not even picking yourself up right now. Yes, you can make a strength check to see if you can pick him up. He's a pretty meaty guy.
Is that a D20?
Yep, just a D20 plus your strength mod. Alright, he is heavy. He is wet. He smells like poop. But you manage to sling him over your shoulder, and slowly make your way out into the hallway and into the room. And it's going to be all you can do because he is so heavy. By the time you get here, you're like hard up for breath.
Okay.
So you can
And
see.
Luth, the prick is actually snoring as you're carrying him. Like you just want to slap him. All right, Luth, you're unconscious. Eris, continue following.
Yes.
All right. Meepo jogs forward to the corner here, and he shouts out in Draconic, Meepo, bring friend! Don't hurt friend! Friend help save dragon! And then in the distance you hear other little... You can't quite hear what they're saying, but you can tell it's in Draconic. And then he disappears.
Okay.
Then he disappears around the corner up here. So I'll move you up. I'll reveal a little more, and then I will move. I'm assuming Paige is going to keep following, so I will move Paige.
Yep.
Are you leaving anything for us?
I'm dropping a very fun.
Okay.
You need to specify.
Okay. I didn't know. I'm dropping ball bearings behind me so that they.
Little breadcrumbs.
Yeah. Hansel and Gretel version.
Ball bearings roll off, and you never see them again.
Yeah, hopefully they're staying in the same spot.
I'll place them down gently on the floor.
All right. So Paige, you come around this corner just in time to see Eris making her way around this corner. As Meepo leads you into this large corridor, I will read the description of it really quick for you.
Okay.
Deterioration and decay thrive here as everywhere. However, a double row of relief carved marble columns march the length of the hall. The worn carvings depict entwined dragons. 3 small horned humanoids constantly patrol the area. So here's the text. So as Meepo is leading you into the hall, he shouts something out, and as you come around the corner, you see 3 more of these little creatures kind of peeking around pillars and kind of looking at you curiously. So apparently he shouted to them, I guess you guess they're guards, but he shouted to them that he's bringing you in so that they don't attack you. So.
Okay.
Paige, you hear all of this, but you can't understand what's being said. Okay. So I'm going to close that, and then we're going to go... Paige, I'm assuming you're still following, so I'm going to move you up a little bit. Say here. How does that sound?
Yes.
Okay. Narama, there is no sign of your party members in here. You
Well,
see-
I'm gonna have to do a investigation check and figure out if I can.
I will let you make a perception check, but I'm going to have it at disadvantage because they are a good distance off, but there's a chance you might hear Meepo yelling and be able to follow in the right direction. So go ahead and make the check, perception check with disadvantage. So roll twice, take the lowest. All right. Yeah, you hear... Can you speak Draconic?
No.
Okay, so you hear something like or some shit like that. I don't know what Draconic sounds like.
Jeez.
Sorry. But you can definitely tell it's coming from down this way somewhere. And all of these doors that you see are closed. You don't see anybody else in here. You suspect that, knowing your group members, had they gone into any of these doors, they would have left it open. So you have a strong reason to believe that they're down here somewhere.
Oh. All right. Well, I can't leave loose snoring anywhere. So do I just drag him with?
Yeah, you can choose to drag him instead of carrying him. That might be a little easier.
Yeah, I'm gonna drag his sleeping ass.
All right, so you thwomp him to the ground behind you. And ironically, you're like, well, there's no place to leave him for him to sleep. As you walk by here, you actually see a bedroll. on the ground.
The only problem is I don't want to leave him unattended.
All right, so you're just dragging him
Are
by
you
his
afraid I'm gonna
ankles.
swallow some stone?
You're just
Well,
dragging.
you never know. I'm afraid to beat you to death with their stones. What if I put him on the bedroll and then drag the bedroll and him? It might be a little bit easier on his head.
Maybe. All right, so you take your round, you put him on the bedroll, and you begin dragging him by his ankle,
There you go.
face up, down, behind you. Luth, make a Constitution save. So just roll a d20 plus your con bonus. Tell me what you get.
82.
Ha ha ha.
All right, you wake up, like you regain consciousness. You see the roof moving by over your head. Like you get the sense you're moving, but you're laying on your back, looking up at the ceiling, and there's something soft under you, and you feel something's got a hold of your ankle, and you realize you're being dragged down a hallway.
Awesome.
You can lift your head up and look around, and you see Narama actually, like, she's full, like, 45-degree angle, leaning forward, dragging you down this hallway. You have no idea where you're at.
Is it out?
So you said I'm conscious, right?
Yes. She's apparently not aware you're conscious, because she's still dragging you.
Hey! Drop me.
Oh, it lives. How was your water shot?
Fine.
Dan,
What?
your butt hurts. And you can't be sure.
Down the stairs.
You can't be sure, but you roll over, your pants are all wet. And this bed you're laying on smells like shit.
Did I poop myself?
What happened?
Girl,
You decided to prank a water creature that can only be killed by magic, and I'm assuming it did some damage. Smells like either shit itself or it drew shit out of it.
So, one?
I won. I saved your ass. And right
I
now,
contained it.
Yes, you did.
you endangered yourself,
To
By
save
acting-
others.
and I was left alone in a room to defend you. So now, trying to find the rest of the party, and I had to drag your ass down this hall because Paige and Eris have gone off, and all I hear is beep, boop, ba, 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 whatever.
All right, you're breaking up again, but we are recording all the good parts.
We are recording what?
All the good parts.
Oh,
yay.
We're
So
trying
can
to catch up with our piece. If you're awake, get up on your feet and let's go.
Paige, make another perception check.
Perception is 1.
Stephanie is one.
Persephone.
Yeah.
All right, you hear Narama fairly close by scolding Luth. You think you hear Luth too, but you can't quite make out what he's saying, but Narama is just letting him have it.
Diller, dumbass piece of shit. Don't do that again.
It sounds like
That was left back there.
it sounds like the voice is just back around the corner you just came from. So you kind of hesitate because Eris is about ready to disappear around the corner ahead of you, but it sounds like the rest of your party is around the corner behind you. But they're talking, by what you can hear Narama saying, it doesn't sound like she's aware that you're there. So would you... Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna throw a ball bearing, but keep following it. Hopefully, Narama will notice.
All right, Narama, make a perception check.
Oh no, if she gets like a 1 or something after this.
All right. As you're scolding Luth, you hear this tink, 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 and you'll turn around and look, and you see a ball bearing roll into view from this hallway up here.
Well, at least she didn't hit me in the forehead.
And I got
Which, by the way, did you?
before.
Luth, look. I think that they went this way.
Can I walk?
Yep, you can stand up and walk. Your stomach kind of hurts a little bit.
Is he holding his ass?
And yeah, you feel like you diarrheaed all over the place. You're walking all clenched butted. But yeah, you can walk. All right, so I'm gonna say on your turn, you kind of walk forward a little bit and peek around the corner. You can see Paige heading down the hallway away from you. It's everything here is kind of dimly lit with like small guttering torches. You don't have your torch on you anymore, but there's enough light that you can see. You can basically see Paige's like silhouette. This hallway down here that's labeled 19 is much more brightly lit, so you kind of see her silhouette against the light from the room ahead. You do not see Eris though, because she kind of ducks around the corner. So before you look, she's out of view. So do you want to follow Paige?
Luth.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Squish, 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 squish. All right, Eris, you sticking with Meepo?
Yes.
All right, so he
You're
leads
really
you.
not gonna like say, "Hey, wait for my friend."
You guys are following.
You don't know that.
He leads you down this pillared hall, and the kobolds kind of group up a little bit. They're curious. They've never seen anyone like you before. And you know in the old Wild West movies where the Indians catch the cowboys and take them to the camp, and all of the Indian kids and adults and stuff kind of crowd in around behind them and follow them into camp?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what the little kobolds are doing, is they're kind of following you down this hallway. Everyone's following Meepo. So Paige, when you kind of peek around the corner, you see the green kobold and the red kobold. You see Eris, you see Meepo. You do not see the blue kobold, but none of them are aware of you because you're kind of behind them all.
What?
Because she's kind of wet.
You're behind them all. And as you make your way down the hallway, you can occasionally like hide behind a pillar and sneak around the pillar and hide behind a pillar, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and move us forward out of combat initiative. So I'm just going to set everyone to 0. I'm going to say, oops, not 160. Narama would never go again. Okay, so I'm just going to keep things moving in the progression that they're moving in now. Unless you guys wish to do something else, in which case just interrupt. And I will stop. But we move forward. Let me reveal. Okay, so Meepo leads you. Oh, I missed a spot. Meepo leads you into or up to this room here. So you kind of follow along.
Okay.
These guys are all like, meep, 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 meep. And then Paige, we'll put Paige kind of like here, if that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you guys are gonna kind of make your way up like this. That good for everybody for now?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me
Oh, yeah.
open up the description to the next room. This is room 21. A short throne stands near the west wall, constructed of fallen bits of masonry stacked against an old altar. A small horned figure in red dyed robes sits in the throne, and a force of 6 similar creatures guards her. The altar's top contains a variety of small items, while the portion of the altar that serves as the throne's back features a carving of a raring dragon. A metallic key is held firmly in the rearing dragon's open mouth.
That's what we need to carry out of the rear.
So here's the script. Let me reveal the critters.
Oh, shit.
Okay, and then I need to bring this here.
He'll try and ride one. Yeah!
Don't give him ideas!
There's a queen.
Alright, so Meepo looks at you, Eris, and says, loud enough for the 3 kobolds that are near you. Wait here, I go tell Queen! Wait here!
Okay.
And then he scurries. He scurries. Are you guys on the wrong layer again? Oh, no, I am. Okay. He scurries up to the throne to where the queen is. And he speaks to her in a low tone that you can't hear. And then the kobolds that are closest to the door like come out and they're looking at you all menacingly. And red kobold down here, the bottom one, he's like, no, it's okay, there was Meepo. No hurt them, there was Meepo, they're gonna save dragon. And now all of a sudden you've got all of them giving you that toothy little grin. And like one of them, the orange one, actually like lowers his weapon and he steps forward and he holds his hand out like he wants to touch you. You let him touch you?
Yes.
All right, he touches your armor and your scales, and he looks over at one of his comrades and goes, oh, very pretty girl. And the blue one's like, nah, she's too tall. And then they all start snickering and laughing, and then Meepo appears and goes, knock it off, Dick. And then he looks at us and goes, I can't talk to you now. You guys get away, let him talk to him, let Meepo's friends go. Look, apparently he's forgotten how to talk, even crude Draconic at this point. So they all kind of move into the room ahead of you, and they take up kind of like a defensive. Well, Meepo's just gonna stand over here, but they kind of crowd around here like this. And I'm assuming you go in.
Yes.
Okay, so the queen figure is sitting on the throne. And she's looking at you, and I want to show you a picture. So let me get rid of this. Let me find my queen picture. She's not dressed up real fancy like Meepo is. As a matter of fact, none of them are. They're wearing like really crude armor or clothing, if anything at all. And where is my? There she is. This is what their queen looks like.
Wow. So majestic.
Yes. So she looks down at you, Eris. I mean, she's tiny. She's about eye to eye with you just because she's sitting on this throne.
Okay.
But she's just a tiny little thing. And she looks at you and she says, Meepo said you helped save dragon?
Yes.
Yes?
And,
Why you help save dragon?
Come on.
Why?
Why you do this for us? What you want?
To eat dragon.
I want to find missing brother and sister.
So you ask about the missing adventurers?
Yes.
Okay. She says, yes, I know these. They fought the goblins. They never returned.
Yeah.
Why were they?
Why were they fighting the goblins?
Oh, I don't know. Goblins evil. Goblins icky. The putrid goblins stole our dragon.
Shit. Goblins stole your dragon?
Yes. If you return the dragon to us, I shall grant you a reward. Yes, Meeple will accompany you.
Okay.
Okay? So, yes, you go save Dragon from evil, ugly little goblin bastards.
Where are the goblins at?
Hold on a second.
Queen confused.
They don't sound very intense.
They just want their dragon back.
That is a good question. Where the hell are the goblins? She says, there's a door. Oh, man, Meepo show you. Meepo show you where ugly goblins live.
Okay.
Meeple will show you.
Okay, so while you guys are discussing this, Paige, what are you doing? You're not quite close enough. You hear a bunch of murmuring from the ones closest to you, but you can't quite see or hear what's going on with Eris in this other room.
I'll just wait until they start moving.
Okay, Luth, Norama, what are you guys gonna do? Luth, you can see this row of kobolds down at the very bottom of the hall. You can see those. You can't see the rest of them.
I'm gonna walk up assuming that Eris kind of let them know about me.
All
We're just gonna go try and figure out what the hell Eris.
All right, go ahead and move your mini where you want to go.
Hello!
And Luth,
Hi. There's a key and a dragon's.
you're not aware of any of that. You
Nice.
can't see into the room.
Oh. Okay then.
Paige should go.
You're just gonna go up with Norama and say hi. All right. They are gonna make a perception
What
check.
was
They
that?
they are all very, very. Hold on, we can get rid of the water method now. Where are my kobolds?
Did you say water thing?
Okay, this is what most of the kobolds look like. Most of the normal ones.
You still want to go say hi?
We see you up there. We're just like,
Okay.
what's going on?
So perception is going to be okay. D20 -1. We'll just. Are you guys trying to be quiet, or are you just walking right on up?
We just are trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, so you walk up and you're like, "Hey!" And the ones outside the room spin around and they see you, and their eyes go wide and they start screeching and jabbing the air towards you with their spears. And all of a sudden, more kobolds begin flooding out of this room. Eris, you have no idea what's going on, but something outside the room has gotten the kobolds' attention, and they're getting ready to go to war. And Meepo just gets shoved unmercilessly up against the wall. He has no clue what's going on.
Meeple!
Group update.
Big people.
Okay.
So is it Eris?
Is it my turn?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna go out and see what's happening.
Yeah.
All right, you kind of force your way through the crowd, at which point they're like getting ready to completely surround. Well, they're doing the best they can considering. And so you
Kinda
make
cornered.
your way out here, and over all the little kobold heads, you can see Norama, and she's like, she's about to get skewered repeatedly. And Luth
I
just
just
like
killed the water. Bring it on.
Luth standing there with the "all right, let's do it" look on his face. Shit's gonna go down unless you say something.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, hey, they're with me. They're with me.
They have same dragon.
All right, make a charisma check.
You better have a not lead.
2 charisma.
Yeah, they
Oh,
don't. They don't hear you. You're like, no, they're gonna save Dragon, and they're like, I'm gonna stop you. You're gonna die. What are you doing here? Don't protect the queen. And of course,
Kill the queen.
the queen hears you, and she like head dives, rolls on the floor, and appears just like right next to you. And she literally barks. She's like, "Yip yip!" And like they all stop, they freeze. They kind of slow. They're trying to keep their eye on Narama and Luth, but they're also trying to at the same time turn their head to look at their queen. And she barks out, our friend said they're going to help save the dragon, you idiots! And then they all kind of cower down and look ashamed, and of course, Narama and Luth, you have no idea what's going on. You just hear, yip, yip, bark, scribble, scribble, blah, 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 and then, like, this really pretty little lizard chick comes out and scolds them all, and they all look like whooped dogs, and they kind of, like, the little
Mama
green,
told you to shut up.
the little green one looks at Narama and goes, and Eris, you hear him go, I'm sorry, ma'am. So they all kind of, like, they've been scolded. They back away, and they like, put their weapons. They don't put them down, but they're clearly not.
Gonna stab you.
Yeah. And then the queen, they filter around to make room, and the queen actually steps forward. Where the hell did she go? There she is. She walks right past Eris, right up to Narama, and looks Narama dead in the eyes and goes, "You saved dragon, yes?" And she speaks in, like, the common language. You can understand her.
Oh, good. What dragon?
The goblins stole our little baby dragon.
Oh, it's a baby dragon that I'm saving? Where's its mother?
Who knows? It's our dragon now.
Did you steal the dragon?
No, of course not. We don't steal. She doesn't.
Aren't you asking me to steal a dragon?
No, I'm asking you to get our dragon back from the filthy goblins who stole it from us.
Why would the goblins want the dragon?
Because they're little bastards. I don't know. Kobolds don't like goblins. Goblins don't like dragon, or don't like us. They're probably gonna eat it. I don't know. Please save our dragon.
I don't know, just save it.
Now, you can I'll let you make an intelligence check here. But as soon as she identifies herself and her little group here as kobolds, there's a chance you might know something about kobolds. Okay, you immediately remember kobolds worship dragons as gods. So, apparently they had this little baby dragon, and they were raising it, and they were going to start worshiping it, and, so it's very important to them that you bring back their dragon. And more than likely, the goblins took it just to be assholes.
Yeah.
So your god has taken and you want me to return your...
Yes. That sounds right.
Can you tell me, I'm curious, friend, what spell is cast upon this place?
Well, first of all, she raises an eyebrow, a non-existent eyebrow, at the word friend. But then she's like, spell? You strail not understand. What you mean spell?
What was the water, whatever it was, trying to protect?
Water?
It almost killed my friend. If you want me to save your dragon...
She clearly has no idea what you're talking about.
Is there anyone else that would want this dragon?
Well, obviously the dumb goblins.
Yes, but would the goblins be taking it for someone else?
Maybe? If it's possible. I don't know. Can you just get our dragon back, please?
Eris, can you talk to these imbeciles?
Oh, do you say that out loud?
No.
Are you going to insult the queen? To her face.
So I didn't hear what you said.
Quick, Luth, drink her.
That worked well last time.
Eris, you need to come speak to them.
What if I got a ninja?
Then I have fried lizard.
I had it under control.
Well, if you wouldn't have left your party, we could have known what the hell was going
I was
on.
gonna need.
Yeah, before after you die.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down here because they're.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Luth just
Wait,
kind of
wait.
squeegees
It's
himself
Luth's
in
turn.
between the kobold. Excuse me, pardon me. The ones closer to you kind of eyeball you like, where are you going?
Look at.
Oh, I can go.
Meepo smiles and just kind of totters after you.
Oh no.
Oh.
Again, he's like the Jar Jar Binks of D&D.
Meepo.
No idea what he's saying.
All right, two of these guys are like, no, this ain't cool. Wait a minute, where's he going? The queen's just like currently paying it, and she turns around and looks at Eris. Eris, what were you saying?
I was gonna talk to the queen.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it, I don't know.
I don't know, but she's pissing me off, so you better say something. Me's don't know nothing. Me's stupid.
Mies only has an intelligence of 8. Mies is stupid. I'm a lizard. Leave me alone.
So, you were talking about a reward for your dragon?
All right, you broke up really bad on that. Try it again.
So you were talking about a reward for the dragon?
Yes, I'm more than happy to reward you if you return with dragon.
What would the reward be?
Well,
Disease on them.
you can have.
Dragon Ball.
She points at her throne and the stuff on her throne and where the key's at, and she's like, you can have some of that stuff there. You take 2 of anything you want.
Anything you want.
Okay.
They're gonna have to give us some sort of information as to where to help find their precious dragon.
You follow.
Somewhere.
You follow
Meepo will
Meepo.
show us.
She turns around. She's like, Meepo. Meepo.
Oh, Meepo.
Meepo's oblivious. He's
following.
He's exploring with Luth.
Well, that's comforting.
Meepo.
You get no idea what to say.
Yeah, he's probably telling you, no, that's not the way to go, dumbass. Where are you going? And all you're hearing is Meepo.
He's like the Pikachu now. Remember?
Just Drail looks around and she looks at a couple of the other kobolds and she's like, basically, not in exactly so many words, but she's like, just figure out where the hell that freak went. And two of these guys are like, they run down the hallway. No, Dan, you don't move that fast.
That's what they said?
Meepo.
Meepo.
You're just gonna end up leading the whole kobold nation just in circles around this dungeon. Everybody do the conga. Alright. So, yeah, you guys are talking for a while. Narama, you realize at this point that Luth is gone.
So me and the queen are just hissing at each other, and Rama's like,
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Where did he go? I can only save his ass.
I'm still hiding behind a pillar.
Paige is just over there having pop on the show.
No, I'm still hiding. I'm like,
You heard the queen hiss something at her guards, and 2 of them ran down the hallway. And you're pretty sure he didn't go back past you this way, so you're assuming he went down the way they went. So you can go and try and find him if you want.
I think I'm just gonna walk over to Rama and be like, what the heck is going on?
You can go ahead and move your mini.
Yeah. Hi there. What's happening?
Everyone, and
I
like
don't
we
know.
almost have an immediate, like exact reaction, and the queen hisses and calms everyone down immediately, and she turns to you, Eris, and goes, "Do you have any more friends we should know about? It would be terribly sad if we stabbed them to death on accident."
No, that's the last one.
We think.
Speaking of your friends, wasn't there another one of you somewhere?
He's floating a watermelon mental.
Yes, I think that might be where Meepo went.
She just sighs. She's like, "You save dragon. Return with dragon. I give you reward. I tired." And she goes and sits back down on her throne. She apparently does not have any patience for nonsense. And then these three are going to go back to their guard duty that they were on before you guys all showed up.
Sorry.
Okay, Dan, where are you going?
Huh?
Where are you going?
To the kitchen to get more coffee.
Okay.
No,
In
in the game.
In the game.
Where's
He
Lloyd?
can see through the tablet.
Meepo!
That's
Meepo, 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 Meepo! Ma!
Balloon.
Meepo!
Billy is at the general store, thinking he's gonna meet back up with us. He has no idea that
Meepo.
water him. He has no idea that we've met the lizard, the intelligent Pikachu.
Oh, no, Meepo. Meepo. No. Oh, okay. Meepo!
Do I have the ability to open this door?
You can try.
I don't know if you just stick your head through
Okay.
the table.
What does Meepo actually try?
He's probably trying to tell Luth, no, you're going the wrong way. Where are you going? No, we gotta go back this way. Listen, dude, why aren't you listening to me? Nobody ever listens to Meepo!
And Luth is like, that's nice.
All he hears is Meepo, 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 Meepo.
Can I pat him on the head?
Oh, yeah, that'll go well. Actually, Meepo might like it.
What happened the last time you tried to pet something?
It tried
I
to kill
ate
you.
it.
Okay,
You stuck the duck in your mouth, but it's
so this door is a large wooden door, kind of similar to the other wooden doors, except this one is barred with a large iron rod from the outside. It looks like it's meant to keep something in the room. And as you approach the door, Meepo starts going nuts. Meepo, 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 Meepo! And then all of a sudden, these guys like charge forward, and they're trying to put themselves between you and the door.
Yeah.
And their spears are coming out, and they're snarling, and Meepo's looking at you, waving his hands in the air frantically with this "please don't do that" look on his face.
Oh, okay. What about this door down here?
They kind of calm down a little bit. They look at you curiously, like, "What the hell is he doing?" But they don't move to stop you from opening it.
Okay, I'll open it.
Oh my god.
5 more water up. I don't know if I have
Gotta
the
suck
stomach.
All right, you find
Luth doesn't fucking learn to
you find another large, open, empty room. All that's in here is like more rubble and dirt and crap like that. Meepo's like, Meepo? And he points, he's trying to get your attention when you look at him. He like nods over his shoulder. You get the clear impression he's saying, "Hey, let's go back the way we came." And when you do, he's like happy. He's like, Meepo, Meepo. And then he realizes you're going to open another door and he's like, Meepo, Meepo, Meepo.
The guards are kind of like, what is he doing?
You okay, man?
So the guards are actually going to form a little kobold wall.
As far as I can tell, I have an escort.
And they're going to try forcing you down the hallway.
But I'm already opening the door.
Okay.
Another empty
So
room.
many open tabs. The stench of too many bodies in too small an area for too long saturates the air. A small ember pit in the center of this chamber consists of broken masonry and portions of shattered stone sculpture, to the detriment of the chamber's integrity. Assembled around the fire are several small rugs woven of matted hair and dead fungi. Several short-scaled and horned humanoids also inhabit the chamber. As soon as you open the door, 3 more of these little kobold things kind of look up at you, and then they look really surprised, and they start to draw their weapons and stand up, and Meepo goes, Meepo, Meepo, Meepo! And then they go on, you know, they're not offensive anymore, but they definitely look curious, and they're going to join the parade.
Okay.
Join on.
If I
Yeah.
can get them to layer properly.
Green as doorways, dude. We're just like chilling in the shadows.
Trying to evade.
Alright,
Not
so...
anymore. I'm just collecting escorts.
Hey, I
All
brought
right,
back more.
Meepo is quite happy that you're finally moving in the right direction. You're gonna have every kobold in the dungeon like following you, just curious. These guys in the back are like, nope, don't let him come back this way. Don't let him come back this way. He's ADDing on us. This guy cannot focus.
He's just like Meeple.
So a few minutes later, Luth rejoins the group, and he's got Meepo with him, and he's got just you saw a couple kobolds go with him. He comes back with like 3 times as many.
What did you find?
Kobolds.
I've got to collect them all.
Like I got Squirtle and Pikachu.
I'm gonna name this one Thorny.
Thornitude.
All right, so Meepo looks at Eris. He walks up to Eris and goes, "You all follow Meepo now, please."
What?
Yes.
Yes.
He looks at Luth and he goes, "Does that one understand what follow means?"
Somewhat.
Not. Please tell friend that he follow Meepo, not Meepo follow him.
Luke, we gotta follow Meepo.
The little kobold just looks at you, Luth, and goes, Meepo.
Oh. Alright.
Okay.
Whoever's dead, I follow him.
All right, so we're going to take a quick break here while I figure out where the hell Meepo's going to lead you.
Okay.
And,
Let's go in circle.
Yeah.
Meepo, good.
Meepo.
People confused.
I'm going.
All right, close out all of this.
Still doing.
Okay. So I will be right back. I know where Meepo's taking you, and when we get back, we will go that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Pardon you, I don't.
All right. Unfortunately, I did not realize what time it was.
I was gonna say this might be a good time to stop so that we don't come Bill
Yeah.
when he comes back.
So what I'm gonna say is, Meepo leads you. Where the hell did Meepo go?
Can we ask Meepo to lead us to a camp where we can
Rest.
rest and have Billy be able to meet up with us?
Sure. Okay, so he leads you down this way, and he opens up this door, and I will reveal it really fast.
But there is no door.
And let me TM info layer. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do.
Holy schnockers.
Well, crap.
Well, I'm glad we didn't go in that door first.
Okay, this is he leads you into this room. He tells you that this is the main colony room. This is where all of the Kobold babies and the old Kobolds and the non fighters live. This is the main room where they all live. You are welcome to stay here with them. He shouts out to all of them, you know, these peoples from above grounds comes to help us save the dragon. And they're all
I'm
like,
gonna do the fireball.
yay! Oh,
No, you're not.
okay, so he leads you guys all in. They kind of back away from you. Most of them
Because I
have
smell bad.
no, most of them have clearly never seen anything other than maybe a goblin or something like that. They've never seen humans or dragonkin or anything like that. So they kind of back away from you, but Meepo leads you in. And it's kind of stinky in here because, you know, it's kobolds.
And
But
because Luth is like covered in his own
yeah,
cheese.
several small but smoky bonfires light this wide and high chamber. Spits, tanning racks, and other implements of primitive culture are visible through the haze. Several small figures busily work and play within the chamber. So Meepo tells you may sleep here, you may eat here, you may you know, whatever. And when you're ready, he will show you the way to the goblins. He tells the rest of the kobolds to give you your space and be nice. The three goblins here with the colored dots on them kind of stand between you and the rest of them kind of defensively. Like you can tell they're the guards. The rest of them are all like old or kids or, you know, non-combatants. But once the guards are, you know, they come up and they speak to Meepo for a second, and once they realize what's going on, they kind of relax and they go back to whatever. And so you guys can set up your bedrolls and make camp. At some point during the night or during the evening, you'll probably each be approached by several kobolds who are curious and interested in learning about you. Unfortunately, Eris is the only one who can speak Draconic, so Eris, you're going to end up being like translator most of the night. Luth is covered in little kid kobolds like crawling all over him. They think he's a play toy. And Eris is the biggest kobold any of them have ever seen, and she's just awesome. And Narama and Paige, they're a little hesitant about, but you know, Narama uses her thaumaturgy to make dancing lights, and they all ooh and ah, and they think you're a god, and you know, this type of stuff. Not really, but it's clearly impressive to them. But yeah, you guys will be able to get a full night's rest here, and you'll be able to eat and heal up and whatnot. And then when we pick up, we will punish Tyler for not being here this session, and we will have him escorted in under Kobold heavy guard, and then maybe we can make fun of him a little bit or whatnot before we get him in on the group. So
We needed someone to believe in us.
yeah, things did not go well without your believer.
We needed Billy.
Yeah,
It could have gone worse. I'm actually surprised we survived.
Dan
Swallowing
was
Swallowing
trying.
it mentally.
Dan was trying to make it go as bad as possible, and like,
Just show him this video.
yeah.
I was trying to.
And you succeeded.
All right. Oh, hold on a second.
Corona.
Ah!
Coronavirus.
Wow. Dying.
Did you swallow one?
Woo! Oh my god. I took a big old puff off my vape and didn't realize there was no oil in it. That burned my lungs a little bit. Alright,
You
well,
smoking demons and you.
Dan's got the water
And water.
elementals. I've got the fire elementals. Come here, buddy. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and stop the recording here, but don't go anywhere because after I'm done I need to chat with you for a minute, so stopping.